verse 41. And it says, And behold, there came a man named Jairus, and he was a ruler of a synagogue. And he fell down at Jesus' feet and besought him that he would come into his house. For he had one only daughter, about 12 years of age, and she lay a-dying. But as he went, the people thronged him. I added them 2 verses just for that last sentence right there. But as he went, the people thronged him.
All right.
And a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment. And immediately her issue of blood stanched. If you don't know what that means, it says stopped. It says immediately. And Jesus said, Who touched me? When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude thronged thee and pressed thee, and sayest thou, Who touched me? Amen. Y'all pray with us, Lord. We come to you tonight, God. Lord, we ask you for your help one more time, God. Lord, we stand tonight, God, and speak this word. God, I ask you to anoint us, God. Stir the gifts, God. Lead us, guide us, direct us, God. Speak through those people playing lips, God, tonight, Lord. God, we ask you, God, Lord, to help, God. Without you, we're nothing tonight, God. Oh, God, we give you praise, honor, and glory for everything. And let the church say amen. Hallelujah. I want to talk about the subject tonight. It's in the touch. Amen. Hallelujah. It's in the touch. Verse 46 goes on and says, And Jesus said, Somebody had touched me, for I perceived that virtue was gone out of me. And when the woman saw that she had not hid, or was not hid, she came trembling and falling down before him. She declared unto him before all the people for what cause she had touched him, and how she was healed immediately. And he said unto her, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace. Amen. Hallelujah. I want you to think about, amen, anytime there's a crowd, just about any time, if you go to Walmart on a holiday, you're going to find a crowd. Amen. All that, what is that, Black Friday shopping? I don't do it. Amen. Ain't that crazy? Amen. Hallelujah. Ain't that crazy yet? Amen. Ain't that desperate either. Amen. But you're talking about a crowd. Amen. They tell it every year. You hear about somebody's either getting in a fight or getting killed, trampled on or something. Amen. Because there's a crowd at Walmart. Amen. You go at midnight, there's a mess at Walmart. Amen. Hallelujah. But there's a crowd all the time. But many crowd the Lord, but few actually touch him. Amen. That's the thought I want to get across tonight. A lot of people go to church, you'll find a large crowd. Amen. You can have a revival, you can pack a house out. You can be in the crowd and never touch the Lord. Amen. Here they was. Amen. Started out with the other guy that had the daughter of 12 years. But you know, there was a crowd gathered around him. But here one lady out of the crowd actually made it to touch him. Amen. There's a difference between getting close to something and getting involved in something. Amen. We went to the buffet day to eat. Amen. I could have stood back and watched everybody eat. I could have got within touching distance of that buffet. But I left there just as hungry as when I went. Amen. Hallelujah. Just because you're close to something don't mean you have it. Amen. Hallelujah. Just because you're in the midst of something don't mean you got it. Amen. Hallelujah. There's a lot of people that's in the midst of something. They get close to it, but they ain't got a hold of it yet. Amen. Hallelujah. We wonder why people ain't staying in the church. Amen. I've seen them even when I pastored. They'll come in, they'll kneel down at the altar, and it makes the pastor or preacher, whoever, feel good. You think, well, I've reached a soul. God has done something. And you don't see them just a few services, and then they don't come back again. Amen. They were there. They were close, but they didn't get it yet. Amen. That's the difference between the day and yesteryears. Amen. I remember the hour and the time, and my God, just several thing. They stayed until they got it. Amen. They didn't just want in the room with it. They wanted it all over them. Amen. And my God, Peter said, don't just wash my God. Wash me all over. We got to get back to that mentality. I don't want just a little bit. I may look like I need a diet, but if I'm going to eat, I'm not just going to eat a spoonful and say, well, I'm full. I'd be lying. Ain't no sense in going to hell over a little lie like that. I just tell you I like to eat. Amen. I have lost almost 50 pounds this year. Amen. But I still like to eat. Amen. Hallelujah. But that song I was singing, got a feeling. Amen. Like the old time feeling. I saw the smile hit your face, brother. I knew, amen. You knew what I was talking about. Amen. But I'm old enough. Someone was talking about and said, you're still young. I'm old enough to remember. I might not have been big enough at the time to actually get involved. But I know what it was like, amen, to see my daddy leave a church service and his clothes would be soaking wet. They didn't have the nice padded pews. They didn't have the central units. Amen, but they were there worshiping God. Amen, they would not have had, amen, a Cadillac to go in. But we went, amen. I don't remember missing too many services growing up. Amen, my God, we lived in Alabama. That was talking about how me and my wife met. We actually lived down south of Coleman. It was 50 miles one way just to get to the church where she was raised up in. And my daddy was faithful 3.5 years before we moved to Mississippi. Never missed a service that I know of. And on top of that, this was back in the day when you used to have a convoy go and visit other churches. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't even get them dedicated to the normal house of God. And when you ask anything outside of them, they look at you like you're crazy. But they want to know where the blessings are. My God, give me the blessings of God, but don't make me do nothing for it. Amen. We got to get back to a sacrifice. Amen. We got to press through the crowd. We can be in the audience and never get a touch. We can be in the building and never get a touch. My God, a lot of us, we might as well be like Elvis and done left the building. Amen. Because where our minds at, we'll never get a touch from God. My God, we got to actually touch Him. Hallelujah. That woman done made up her mind. She was desperate. That's what made the difference. Amen. She was desperate. She done went and spent all she had. In my budget, I could make one trip and do all that at one time. But she done spent all she had and wouldn't know better. There's a lot of people the same way today. They'll pass the house of God and they'll go to town. They'll look for this, look for that before they ever come in the doors of a church. Amen. Hallelujah. There's a lot of people like that. My God. Hallelujah. They come out. A lot of y'all may have heard, I won't call names, but you'll know, amen. The preacher just waved and crowds of them just fall out. Amen. I talked to a preacher one time. Amen. He said, I was honored to be able to come and sit on a platform with him. He said, I was thinking, what in the world was I asked to come and attend this big old thing they had going on? He said, but I had my eyes closed. He said, I opened them up, everybody around me fell out. He said, I missed it. There's a lot of people today, they're missing it. Not that jump, but they're missing it. Amen. Hallelujah. They are missing it. They think just because they're close by it, that's all it's going to take. But I'm going to tell you what, we're going to have to actually press through the crowd. We're going to have to wade through some things. We're going to have to push just a little bit farther. We're going to have to actually touch Him if we're going to get what we need. Amen. Hallelujah. My God, it can be freezing cold weather. You stand outside the window and you look at a heater on the inside. I was raised up with a wood heat. You can look at that thing through the window. It ain't going to get you warm. Amen. You can stack the wood up close to it, but it ain't going to get you warm till you get some wood in that thing lighted up and you get close to it. Amen. I remember getting up on a cold morning.